Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
Police in Kentucky are trying to determine the motive behind yesterday's deadly school shooting. I'm John Schumo, and I'll have the latest.
And a little bit closer to home, the warden of Montana State Prison has been fired before his first year on the job is complete. Coming up, what is known about the man and what the state officials are saying about the action. Good morning, I'm Missy O'Malley with your headlines. Matt Elwell will have our forecast in just a moment. Chet Lehman is off this week. Police in Kentucky are still trying to determine a motive in yesterday's high school shooting that left 2 students dead and 18 others injured. One of those that was shot, 2 are battling head wounds. CBS's John Schumo has our latest.
Officials in Kentucky are asking that the 15-year-old responsible for the deadly high school shooting in the town of Benton yesterday be tried as an adult.
He's going to be charged with 2 counts of murder and numerous counts of attempted murder.
At the moment, the alleged shooter's identity is being withheld and the court records are sealed because he's a minor. It would all be made public, though, if he's tried as an adult. Police are still trying to figure out why the suspect walked into Marshall County High School just as classes were starting, pulled out a pistol, and began shooting, hitting more than a dozen other students.
I took out my headphones and turned around, and everyone was just broken up. They were running. I saw the flashes from the gunshots, and by that time I was just running.
It took first responders less than 10 minutes to reach the school. Witnesses report seeing the suspect trying to flee after running out of bullets. Police say he was brought into custody without incident. Dusty Kornbacher owns the florist across the street from the school. She saw the entire scene play out through this window.
You never think it's going to happen here. I'm sure that Sandy Hook and other places feel the same way, but yet we're almost jaded because there are so many. You're not all that surprised anymore, unfortunately.
Police have identified the 2 students killed, both 15 years old. Bailey Nicole Holt died at the school. Preston Ryan Cope died of his wounds at the hospital. John Schumo, CBS News.
Now, John adds this does mark the first deadly school shooting in the U.S. so far this year. Wow. Tough story there.
Yep.
It's a tough story to start the day off with that. How about some happy news with some warmer temperatures ahead?
Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think our temperatures are actually going to warm up a bit. We're actually a little milder this morning than we have been the last couple of mornings. 18 degrees in Belgrade, 11 degrees in Butte, 21 this morning in West Yellowstone. We have a little bit of thin cloud cover trying to work its way back our direction as we start the day, but it looks like we'll see these clouds thicken up as you head into the afternoon. Today we top out into the 30s, a decent amount of sunshine. Tomorrow we could be talking snow. We'll talk about that and a preview of the upcoming lunar eclipse. We'll talk about that coming up here on the Billion Auto Weather Patio in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Now 6:33 in our top local story for you. The warden at the Montana State Prison was fired after 10 months on the job. MTN's John Amy is in Butte with our latest.
The Montana Department of Corrections confirmed to MTN News today that Montana State Prison Warden Michael Fletcher was fired from his job today. The Department of Corrections would not state the reason for the firing, saying it was a confidential matter. The department said the warden's firing occurred before the end of his 12-month probationary period. Fletcher was hired back in March to replace Warden Leroy Kierkegaard, who retired last April. While no details were provided from the Department of Corrections, I did receive allegations of complaints filed against Warden Fletcher by employees at the prison who wish to remain anonymous. I was able to confirm back in December from the Montana Department of Labor and Industry that it did receive one official complaint concerning the warden's office in 2017, but they could not release this complaint due to privacy issues. However, the Labor Department last week said it could release this complaint, but we have not received it yet and don't know the nature of the complaint. The Department of Corrections said Fletcher will be replaced by an interim warden, Jim Salmonson, who is right now an associate warden at the prison. John Amy, MTN News in Butte.
Now, John also adds Fletcher was hired after working as the superintendent of a correctional facility for youth in Las Vegas. And in other news, a North Dakota woman has pled guilty in charges of intentionally setting 2 fires in 2 separate buildings in Anaconda back in July. 47-year-old Jeanette Olson agreed in December to plead guilty to felony counts of arson, attempted arson, and burglary in connection with starting a fire outside of a home on Front Street and a fire inside the former KANA radio station on Main Street in Anaconda. A pre-sentence investigation has been ordered, and Olson remains in jail at this time. And former Yellowstone County Judge Russ Fagg reports he raised $615,000 in campaign funds through December. This is Fagg's first campaign finance report. He says that 80% of the money came from individual Montanans.
It's a one-on-one business. It's meeting as many people as you can, explaining your vision for the American dream, and can you help me try to turn this country around? And that's really what it is. It's just meeting people, building a relationship, and then asking them, would you help in moving this campaign forward?
Now, Fagg is the first Republican in the race to report his fundraising for the last 3 months of 2017. The other candidates must report that by January 31st. And a discussion about a place to house law enforcement agencies in Gallatin County is on the table. The city of Bozeman is struggling to decide if police should share space with county deputies or have their own facility. MTN's Morgan Davies takes a look at the commission's decision and what this means for the June and November ballots.
City commissioners chose to take more time discussing the Law and Justice Center, as timing issues, money issues, and voter turnout has all been extensively studied and could factor into the outcome of a vote.
Let's take the time, dial in the numbers for the options, going with the county, going our own. There are pros and cons to both.
Commissioners still must decide if they will team up with the county and expand and remodel the current Law and Justice Center, or will they build a new public safety center for just city services on a property they own on Rouse.
Attraction of the city going alone is that it's long-term savings, but it's at a loss of working with the county. And so, like I said, there isn't a clear one that's better, but if we don't go in June, which seems mission impossible to go then, let's use that time to talk with the voters.
Mayor Cindy Andrus, in a meeting with County Commissioner Steve White, came to the agreement to try and push the L&J ballot date back from the June ballot to the November ballot. However, this would require the Open Land Initiative to change its plans from being on the November ballot to the June ballot.
I've talked to the open space folks preliminarily. They're open to this, supportive of it. They need to do some thinking about it, but they can't do anything until the county unanimously says, let's switch places.
Reporting in Bozeman, Morgan Davies, MTN News.
Now, county commissioners have scheduled for a meeting for Wednesday afternoon, this afternoon, to discuss those bonds. And there's some new numbers out for new home sales in Gallatin County. According to the Gallatin Association of Realtors, the number of new single-family home listings for 2017 was up more than 9% for the fourth quarter compared to the same time in 2016. The average number of days in the market was 67. The number of single-family homes for the sale was down nearly 12%, and the average price for a single-family home was just under $525,000. GAR says it expects 2018 to be a stronger year for home sales than last year. And according to the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office, reports from cell phone misdials are on the rise. Dispatch Supervisor John Hinkle says that since November 1st, 2017, there's been 1,231 911 misdials in Gallatin County alone. A misdial or pocket dial happens when someone calls 911 without the intent of actually contacting an emergency service. Misdials often cause headaches for emergency service personnel. Dispatch Center says each misdial takes away valuable resources and time that's needed for a real emergency.
If we don't talk to anybody, it takes time for us to have to call those numbers back, and we call them back a couple of times. If we think there's something going on, we call them back more, and that takes us away from the other calls coming in also. Tracing a cell phone number could take anywhere from 15 minutes to a half hour.
Now, Hinkle recommends that you lock the key guard on your phone to prevent a misdial. So glad to have you with us here on this Wednesday morning. When we return, we take a look at the meth epidemic in the state and those directly affected, specifically children, how this ongoing problem needs to change for our youth. But first, a look at your 7 a.m. headlines right here on CBS.
Good morning. Ahead here on CBS this morning, we'll talk to a student in Kentucky whose quick action may have saved his friend's life after that deadly school shooting. And before James Corden hosts the Grammys, he joins us right here in Studio 57. What to expect from the big show and who he is most excited to see perform. We'll see you right at 7.